Hi, so I'm back to do another review. I said that I would do a review on Sckoon Organics cloth menstrual pads, which was the first pads, the cloth menstrual pads that I ever tried about a year and a half ago. I was cloth diapering my daughter, like I said in my other video that I posted on why I want to try cloth menstrual pads again. And came across some cloth menstrual pads. I think I came across Luna pads, actually. Um, I found they were a little bit expensive and wasn't really sure about them. And I wanted something that was organic cotton and that was breathable and that was natural fiber, organic natural fiber. So I found Sckoon Organics, and they had really good reviews. A lot of women really like them, so I thought, okay, I'll try some of these. You know, they're organic cotton, and they seem like they work really well. They had two options. They have the pads with pull in them, I believe, for waterproofing, and they have pads without the pull, so they're just the cotton. So I opted for the ones without the pull because I wanted the breathable and the just organic cotton. So I ordered some day pads and some panty liners and an overnight pad. They sent me the wrong pads. They sent me all day pads and an overnight pad, and they didn't send me the panty liners when I ordered. And they're down in the States and I'm in Canada, so it took a while. It always takes a while to get up here and come through customs and everything. So I was really disappointed. I thought I was going to have to, send those ones back and then wait for them to send me the panty liners. And their customer service was actually really great. So I told them, I think that you sent me a couple extra day pads instead of the liners, and she was like, no problem, just keep those ones and I'll send you up the panty liners right away. So that was really nice, and I got quite a few pads for a reasonable price because of the error. They sent me the two ones at no cost. I think maybe they just may have asked me to pay for shipping. I can't recall. Anyway, so they have pretty simple patterns. I just chose the really simple ones. I think the ones that I picked, because I got a lot that are the same, I think they were on like sale or on clearance or something like that. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the day pads. Now, because they're all cotton, they're all stained. I didn't have like a bunch of farmer stick or anything fancy like what I'm getting into using now. I just washed them like I did my daughter's cloth diapers, and just kind of, if they're stained, but I really hate looking at them because they're so stained. Especially compared to my beautiful minky tree hugger pads that are in such pretty prints and look so beautiful. Anyway, I will try to show you the prints. I'll try not to show the stained ones. So here's a day pad. You can see their tag there, Sckoon Organics. I think that this one's okay. So this is what the inside looks like. It's got these little flaps here. I think it's kind of similar to Luna pads, although I've never used the Luna pads. I'm just kind of guessing from what I've seen in pictures. So it's got the flaps, and it's got I think this one looks pretty nice. Okay, so this is what the insert looks like. And you fold it up. Depending on, you can fold it up depending on the absorbency you want. You can fold it for 3 times. I fold it 4 times because that's how it fit in the nicest without being too bunchy. And then you tuck it in the flap, and tuck it in the bottom flap, and then the print goes down on your panties, and you have the towel facing up, and you snap it on with the metal. They have metal snaps, and then voila, you have a huge towel in your pants, and that's what it feels like. And they leaked every time for me. Like, most of my pads are stained on the print side because it leaked, and I was changing them frequently because I was wanting these to work out, and I was using them cycle after cycle, trying different things really wanting them to work out, and I was changing them frequently because I was paranoid about leaks. So I really only used them at home, and every time somewhere it would go through. Like the insert doesn't reach like all the way up, it's kind of thinner. Like the top of the insert, like there's this, I don't know if you can see where it's sewn here. It's like a thicker cotton there, and then the tops of them are thinner. So it like runs right through there if you're like sitting down or, you know, laying or sitting in a different position. And there's like no flex to these bad boys. I just felt like they're really, really thick. And there's, you know, it gets like, and it gets wet, and then it gets all bunched, like when you have your flow on it and then it gets wet. It's just not comfortable for me. I didn't like it, and I thought that I was gonna like it. I mean, the cotton's nice. The cotton is really soft. It might look kind of like pilly, but it doesn't feel pilly. It's really soft. So, you know, in that sense it was comfortable. The wings started getting like curly like this, and you know, another good thing, they dry really fast. I'll say that, because the insert, it opens up. So you can hang dry them and they dry quickly, or put them in the dryer and they dry fairly quickly. So that's one good thing, but I just did not like these. They just did not work. And did I mention there's no contour to these? There's no contour at all, which is fine for some pads. Like the tree hugger pads are just, you know, they don't really have contour to them. Like tree hugger is pretty like straight as well, but I feel like these are just wide and thick and so uncomfortable to sit with. It seriously feels like a towel in your pants. Anyway, moving on, I got a few in this blue flower print. If you like simple prints, then, you know, this is the place to go. They just have very simple, very clean prints. My mom liked the prints because she's like, you know, what if you're wearing light pants and then the other pads with like the dark fleece on the back, or the prints would show through. And I'm like, well, that's the least of my worries, and I'm not really wearing light pants that time of the month anyway. My mom. Anyway, and then the panty liners. Oh, and I think the panty liners are 6 inches long, and the pads are 7 or 8 inches long. So this is what the panty liner looks like. I won't show you the other side because it's stained. Yeah, so is this one. And then it just comes with a shorter insert that this one folds 3 times and then fits in. Yeah, not really very comfortable. Didn't like the day pads. I didn't like the panty liners. They all just felt like sitting on a towel. And then you have the big mama of pads, overnight pad. I think it's like 11 or 12 inches long. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's huge. It's fatter. This is the back end. It's, you know, it's wider in the back, so that's nice, and it's narrower in the front. It's got these tiny little wings, like when you have your big huge insert in there and you're like fighting to snap this around your underwear. I don't know, I think maybe they made shorter wings to make it snap snugger to hold in place, but I just found it difficult to snap up. And the overnight pad has like a strap instead of the pocket in the back and the front to hold the insert in, which it totally just came out of this for me, and it was so uncomfortable to wear at night. But I was strong, and I toughed it out and did use this overnight a few times, and it was not fun. Oh, and the whole idea for these pads, because they have the pockets and the inserts, is that you can have your insert in there, and then when it becomes soiled, you take it out, and then you just put in a new one and keep using this pad. Well, every time this is getting wet, this is getting flow on it. So then you're changing your insert, which tucks underneath, but then you still have this that's like have blood on it, so you don't feel like you're wearing a clean pad every time. So I just ended up changing the whole thing. So then it didn't really become so efficient and cost effective, which is the whole idea of them. And it would often leak through, so you have to change the whole thing anyway. And the overnight pad comes with 2 huge towels, 2 of them, you know, in case you need to put 2 together, which, I don't know, I couldn't fit 2 in there. It would be so thick. And the overnight one insert is like a weird shape so that you can fold it with the bottom fatter and the top skinnier to fit into the pad. And it's like so, even with just the one in there, it's just a big towel. It's just like, that's just one right there. And I would have to get up and change that. Like if I, you know, had like a big gush or something like that, the cotton would absorb it really fast, but you know, it's gonna go right through. So anyway, I did not have luck with these. I just didn't like them. You know, I tried to use them and then it just totally put me off cloth menstrual pads, and I put away my research and didn't get back into it for a year and a half until I was like, you know what, there's got to be something better out there. Maybe I'll try Luna pads, or, you know, because I hadn't really heard of any, a lot of them. So I got on YouTube, and lo and behold, there's tons of cloth menstrual pads out there. If these don't work for you, or if Tree Hugger doesn't work for you, or something, there's something else around the corner that's just as good, if not better. And, you know, every woman is individual and is going to like different things about different pads, and there's lots out there to choose from. So here I am, back on it, loving it. You know, I did the Tree Hugger thing, and I'm trying out others, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the comfort, I'm loving the prints, and yeah, I'm totally stuck on cloth menstrual pads now. I hope this finds someone that is thinking about trying Sckoon Organics as their first pads, and maybe you might want to think about trying something like all-in-one, like you don't have to take the insert in and out, like the Tree Huggers that are backed with the fleece, because if you're concerned about leaks and, you know, you're concerned about all these things that most women are with reusable menstrual pads, you know, women have a lot of questions like, well, you know, are they easy to wash? Do they stain? Do they leak? Like, all of those questions that you have, I found Sckoon Organics had all of those problems for me, and other pads I'm trying, I don't have any problems with. So I would suggest trying like Tree Hugger or Yurtcraft, or something different, anything different than this style with the folding, tri-folding, quarter folding insert that goes in. Maybe the Sckoon Organics would be better if they got the ones with the pull in them for the waterproofing, but you still have that pocket that the blood is getting on. I don't know, just didn't do it for me. Okay, anyway, there's my review for Sckoon Organics cloth menstrual pads. Oh, and they have different, I think they have different styles now, but still kind of the same idea. And yeah, anyway, I'll put the link for them down below, and you can go check them out and come up with your own opinion about them. And I hope this will help somebody. Thanks for watching. Check back soon, and